So, Canelo Alverez exercises his rematch clause. With Terrence Crawford, negotiations are underway. And let me counterpunch. I think it's a competitive thing. I think Canelo thinks he can do better. Saving face. I think Canelo was very disappointed in himself, and I think that he feels maybe looking at the footage that he could possibly do better. You know what I mean? Because after that, in that post-press conference, he talked defeated, like, yo, no excuses. He's a great fighter. He is a great fighter. There's nothing that he did everything right. You know what I mean? It was nothing that he gave up as an excuse, which I think gave him more stripes. I think people respected him more for just giving Terrence Crawford his props, because the way Terrence fought was amazing. It was just, that's something I didn't think he could do, or I didn't think he could do it in that way. I thought it would be something where he was hurt and then had to, something. No, Terrence took his best shots and Crawford gave him shots back just as big, just as impactful. You know what I mean? It was just like two guys the same damn size going at it, and one was better than the other. Period. And I think Canelo's like, look, it's a rematch clause. I'm going to exercise it because I think I can do better. You know what I mean? That's pretty much it. We now know who's the favorite, because like we didn't even see him hurt Terrence Crawford. So and Terrence, hey, he signed a contract to fight the pound for pound king, so he has no problem with it. And by the way, he did agree to fight Jake Paul. So yeah, Jake Paul, of course, went with AJ, and that's a whole nother video, but he wanted that money. Terrence Crawford's after the retirement checks, the legendary super checks, those type of checks. He's after those type of bags. That's what he's after. So, I can't fault Terrence Crawford for that. Terrence Crawford's trying to make that money. And I think he feels, and he should feel that way, that all the fights that he wanted, the Keith Thurman fights that did never happen, the Pacquiao fights that never happened, you know what I mean? Now he's getting a chance to bite out of that apple, and, that apple is nice and sweet. You know what I mean? So I do agree with why he's doing it. So, I don't know what Canelo could add to the next fight, but maybe he was thinking, he did have a surgery after that, so maybe he was thinking the surgery, the improved or the repaired injury could help him in the rematch. But pretty much that is that, Canelo, being the cash guy, is exercising the rematch, and, he has that God-given right, and let's see what happens in the rematch. But you guys tell me what you think of Canelo Alvarez now wanting a rematch. I don't really know what changed. Of course, please subscribe, and you guys been Counterpunch.